What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today's video is going to be a little bit different than every other video. I was just going through the YouTube per usual, and I saw this video, would I spend a week as a 19-year-old living alone in New York City? And I saw some people react to it. I saw some millionaires react to it, and I was like, well, you know what? I'm a millionaire. I kind of live in New York City. If the IRS asks, I live in Florida. I'm a Florida resident. I have my license. I have everything in Florida. I spend more than 6 months out in Florida, but most of the other time of the year I am in New York. So I'm like, hey, this is a perfect video. She's 19 years old. She's living in New York City. I'm 25 years old. I'm a multimillionaire in New York City. And I kind of know, the prices of things here, and how, it is hard to live there. So I was kind of very curious to see what does an average person spend in New York City. I know what I spent, and more than likely, I believe it's probably more than what she's going to say. But, we're in different situations, so it is what it is. And I just wanted to share my opinion, kind of like with finances and all. You guys always ask me how to get your finances up, and, maybe you can apply that to your life. As always, make sure you subscribe down below, because if you subscribe down below, I'll be making more of these videos, and I know you guys probably going to like this type of videos. Make sure you leave a like, you comment, and don't worry, stock content, crypto content will also come. I'm just trying to spice it up a bit. You can't be so stale. We're in a bear market. We're in a crypto winter market. Things are boring. Let's do something else. Let's spice it up. We still make money, because that's just what we do. Let's go ahead and play this video. So her name is Mayfam. She's 2.4 million subscribers on YouTube. So she's already killing. I'm sure she makes a decent living off of that. So what does she spend in a week living in New York City? Let's just, dig right into it. So she's making her coffee. She's got a little French press, making coffee at home. That's great. I'm more of an espresso guy myself. I will be lying to you if I say I make coffee at home all the time. I do make coffee at home, but a lot of times I'm more likely go to Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks in the same days as well. I think pretty confidently that probably $20, $25 at the very least I spend on coffee every week going out.
Really bad at saving my money unless I can see where it's going. So with the free Fidelity Spire app, they make it super easy to plan, to save, and get invested. You can make goals. So let's say you want to save up for a car or a travel trip or a house or something like that. It'll create a timeline and show you how long it'll take for you to reach those goals. So it's super motivating. Also, I feel like everybody is talking about investing their money and stuff like that nowadays. But honestly, if I'm going to be really honest, most of the time I never know what they're talking about, and I never want to do it because it seems so complicated. Because every time I think of the stock market, I think of a bunch of bros at the computers typing a bunch of codes.
So this is pretty cool. She's talking about the stock market. She's talking about investing. And look at this video. It's April 22, 2022. So I'm sure she probably invested. She might be down some of those positions. But hey, when the market is down, that's a lot of times the best way to invest. She's very intimidated by the stock market. I can tell just by her tone and what she kind of pictures in the stock market. You guys know here we got the stock market locked down. So May, if you watch this video, if you need help on where to invest, how to invest, hit me up. I promise, your portfolio will be looking good. But she's looking into Fidelity, great application to start looking at. A great application for some long-term investors who are intimidated about actively investing, having to choose their own choices. So it's a good choice that she's just even thinking about investing, even if it's on the stock market, real estate. Just the fact you're thinking about investing, it's going to get those wheels rolling, and you're going to just keep investing. And it's kind of how I started myself too. She's 19, so she's got a long ways to go. It's a really, really good positive sign. And just anywhere you live, you got to be investing. You guys know me, I invest in stock market, real estate, crypto, a whole lot of other things. So definitely a plus for her.
So I'm going to be talking about a bunch of monthly subscriptions in this video, so I'm just going to break them down for you right now so you can see my gym membership, my city bike, all that stuff.
Plenty of memberships, monthly subscriptions, these things can definitely add up. With her, we see Audible, YouTube Premium. I don't know what her budget is, but YouTube Premium is definitely something that you could cut out of your, $15.99 a month. If you're on a strict budget, you could definitely cut it out. Netflix, I don't watch Netflix. Disney Plus, I don't watch cartoons. I don't watch any of that. I'm sure she watches a movie, not just cartoons. But for me, that's just not. For me, it's time wasted. I like to work. I like to get things done. I have different ways I like to hit up the gym, so I don't waste myself with those type of memberships. But hey, if you do want to relax, or you do want to hit up the Netflix, there's nothing wrong with that. It is $10, $18 a month. So just off the bat, I think she could definitely carve out, $100 out of her memberships very easily. She's got Equinox, $310 a month, very expensive. But in Equinox, you can make certain connections. So it depends all on your budget. Definitely, she could get rid of Equinox, LA Fitness. You save over $250 over there. Instacart. Do you really need Instacart? You live in the city. You can probably just walk down, pick up your groceries. So a lot of these memberships easily save $300 to $500 by getting rid of those.
Okay, anyways, I looked at how much this bag of coffee was, and it was $16.99, which I don't know about you, but I think that's really expensive, but I didn't realize that it was that much. But then when I did the math and I pulled out the scale and everything, because I am dedicated to this video, and I use 38 grams of coffee per brewing, and actually y'all did not come in for the math. The coffee was 69 cents per cup. I make 3 cups of coffee. 2 of them go into the fridge for later throughout the day.
So she spends about $2 on coffee at home. Definitely, you know, she drinks 3 coffees. You go to Starbucks, easily $10 to $15.
So yummy.
Smart choice of her. So I like what I'm saying so far. Don't be like me, guys. Easily, I go once, maybe even twice to Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks within a single day. Sometimes I don't, but most of the days I think I do. So she's cooking at home, $3 breakfast, very, very cheap, very affordable. You know, if you're on a budget and you are trying to save money, you gotta eat at home. You can't be eating all the time. Now, eat out once in a while just because, you know, you gotta keep your mind up here, right, too. So you do gotta enjoy yourself as well. But if you're on a budget, you gotta eat at home, guys. When I was grinding, when I was, you know, 19, 20, 21, I barely, like, ever ate out. I used to just kind of find whatever scraps I could find and make a meal for the day, you know, because I was just trying to invest. I was trying to, you know, get to the next level. I used to work at a hospital, if you don't know. I used to be a part-time security guard at a hospital, and they would have certain sandwiches for patients that we were allowed to take. So sometimes I used to just eat those free ones right there, and that's, you know, how I got by. So, you know, if you're on a budget, don't be eating all the time. Don't be Uber eating, Door Dashing, Instacart, none of that.
Cảm ơn nhiều bạn con. Dạ không ngừng tiền lại.
Alright, I basically got everything I need, just a couple more things that I can get like a Target or something. But so far, I've spent $31.50.
So she got her groceries, $31.50. Now the one question I have, if you're getting your groceries all the time, you know, going around at the stores and different things, why pay for that Instacart membership? You know, it is only $150 or $100 a year, whatever it was, so it's not a big deal, but like just something that you're wasting money. If you don't need it, just cut it out, guys. Even if you're making a decent amount of money, the more money you save, the better it will be. So $31.50 for the grocery store, definitely not bad. You guys know how inflation is crazy right now, man. I can't go to the grocery store spending without $300, $500. So, you know, I don't know how much she got, but get your own groceries, cook, save you money for sure.
Let me show you guys all the groceries that I got.
Time for dinner, $2.55. I thought we skipped lunch. Maybe it's, you know, we're very early into the video. I think she meant to say lunch. $2.55, cooking at home. I mean, I would love to see how much her rent is for the month, because the apartment, I'm sure she'll tell us later in the video, but the apartment looks to have great views, so I wonder like how much of that will be an expense. But so far so good.
Delicioso. I'm about to go downstairs to go use the amenities, but before I go down there, I just made a quick snack. This is just Greek yogurt, but like high protein Greek yogurt with some strawberries, chia seeds, and chocolate wafers.
So one thing I want to point out is she cooks all at home, and that's great if you're in a budget. For me, as a multimillionaire, I'm busy, guys. I have business around. I have things I have to do. I have to, you know, make content, all kinds of stuff. So personally, I'll be honest with you guys, I rarely ever cook. I either eat out, somebody cook for me, order food, those type of things. That's because I choose the time I save by cooking, cleaning, and, you know, like, I don't care for it. I don't like doing it. It doesn't do me anything, right? So that time that I'm saving, and, you know, sure, I'm spending money for that time. I think that time I'm saving for doing other things to be more productive makes me more money. Now, like, that just depends on where you are, where your life. So she's got the amenities, the sauna, the pool inside her building. Most likely, she probably has a gym as well. So that $330 that she's spending on Equinox, probably not needed. I don't know how much money she makes. I don't know why she's going to Equinox, but more than likely, not needed.
I'm not realizing how boring this video probably is because I haven't spent that much money yet. Alright, it's currently day 3, it's a Sunday. I still haven't spent money yet, but I think it's because I don't leave my house, but at the same time, I'm spending money every single day just living in this apartment. When am I gonna spend money? Guys, I swear I spend money. Why am I trying to justify the fact that I spend money? No, I swear I do. Like, I don't want to seem like a saint that's like frugal and saves all her money. Like, I'm halfway done the book Rich Dad Poor Dad though. It's my first time reading it. Amazing. Yesterday at like 10 o'clock, I was on Google and I was like, what are the best assets to have?
Great to see she's reading a book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. Earlier she was talking about investing, and if it was a paid ad, you know, she's taking the right steps to start investing. Now, I don't know if she owns any type of investments or anything like that, but just getting your mind into that investing mindset will eventually take you to take that first step. Glad to see She has not any shopping so far, mostly just eating, which is normal. Everybody's gonna eat, and she's saving a lot of money eating at home. And the groceries she bought doesn't look crazy expensive to me. Even living in New York City, she didn't go to Whole Foods. She didn't go to any like bougie stuff to spend the extra money. So looking good.
Anyways. Alright, so this is what I bought from one store. I'm still waiting for my stuff from Costco.
Okay, so day 4, she at Instacart at groceries rather than going to pick it up herself. Now, I know a lot of people in New York City don't have a car just because it's so expensive. Just having a car with parking and all that type of stuff. And, just having a car is expensive in and of itself. So, if she doesn't have a car, which from the video I understand she most likely doesn't, Instacarting actually makes a lot more sense that rather than having that money, of gas and all those things, adding up and owning a car to go to the grocery store, she's going with this option. So Instacart now, I understand why she has a little more.
Costco card, so using Instacart is nice because the delivery fees aren't too high. I don't have to carry it to my apartment, and also I like to stock up on my protein from there. So I order from Costco maybe once or twice a month.
Shopping at Costco always saves you money. Nothing wrong with that. I know she spent $137, but she's stocking up on a lot of protein. You're gonna be spending money when you're buying protein. And I'm just happy to see that she eats healthy, guys. You gotta eat healthy, so make sure you take care of your body. End of day 4, subway 2 times. That is an expense that you have in New York City. You have the public transportation. But like I said, if you don't have a car, definitely the public transportation will save you money. Most likely time in New York City. Trust me, the traffic can get crazy. Day 5, a little extra spending. Went out with her friend, went out to eat, got a little bakery thing. Nothing wrong with that, guys. She went 5 days. This is her 5th day that she finally actually goes out with her friends, and there's nothing wrong with going to spend a little extra money. She only spent like an extra $50, so it's not a big deal. If you don't have it, then that's a different story, but there's things you can do on a budget with friends because you do still gotta be social. You can't always be focused on saving money and being frugal. I promise you're gonna get burned out.
Yesterday was bad. Yesterday I spent a lot of money.
Saying yesterday she spent a lot of money, but she has not mentioned her income. So I think a lot of things change once you make a certain amount of money. And also, where is that money coming from? Are you actually hardworking with a job? That money is it passive income money? I always feel that if you have passive income money, feel free to use that however you like. Kitchen miscellaneous, $527. Unless you're a chef, unless you're like a cooking job. Let's be honest, you don't need that.
I really just spent $325 on a pair of pants. Yeah, I spent $325 on pants. But basically, I'm trying to be more intentional with the clothes that I buy and have it be pieces that I absolutely love. And
$325 for
they're
these
from a Japanese
parachute
designer.
cargo pants. Now, if those pants are gonna last, they're good quality, they're the right type of pants, they're gonna last you 10, 15, 20 years even. I'm telling you, if you have high quality clothes, I have some really high quality clothes that they can be worth the money. Like if it's say you buy one piece every few months, every 2 months, wherever it is, they can be worth it. Sometimes, buying a bunch of clothes that are cheaper, but more times through the year ends up being the same amount anyway. So it depends on the quality you're going for. This can definitely be a fine purchase in my end. Like if you have the extra funds, go ahead and do it. You don't gotta be too cheap with yourself, especially if if it makes you feel good too. You just gotta think about it. If you feel good, you're more likely to progress through your career as well. Like I gotta feel good when I go out. If I'm wearing some raggedy clothes, I just don't feel myself, and definitely helps me.
Alright, on the last day on Thursday, I ended up just staying home and doing nothing, so I didn't.
So day 7, she spends nothing. Yeah, always good to spend $0.
This week, I spent $1,282.11.
$1,280.11 for the week. I will say that's more likely for a 19-year-old on the higher end, especially if she didn't include herself. I didn't see her include the rent or anything like that, so I definitely do think that's on the higher end. You multiply that by 4, that's almost $5,000 a month. She didn't go out or anything crazy, but she still ended up spending $1,200 almost for the week, and you just think about like inflation and other things. You know, guys, we're everybody's spending more money than usual. That's why you gotta start investing. You gotta start finding other ways to make more, so that's, you know, helps you when you're out there spending money. Definitely, I think she's doing a lot of good things. I think she could definitely get better investing, cutting back on some of those memberships, cutting back on some purchases as well. It's just her rent. I would like to see how much she was spending on the rent, and also would like to see what her income. Because I'd say she makes $20,000 a month, $30,000 a month. She's killing it on the YouTube. You know, she's getting paid good for those fidelity ads. All needs to be a percent towards your income to how much you're spending. Let's say you're making $2,000 a month and you're spending $500 a week. That's 25% of your income. At the end of the month, you have zero. But now, let's say I'm making $50,000 a month and I spend $5,000 a week. You know, at the end of the month, I'll only spend less than less than 50% of my paycheck. So it all depends on the income as well. So as always, this is really fun to do. I probably plan to do some more. A lot of you guys always ask me for advice, so I made this video so that I could give it to you in a fun, enjoyable way. And May fam, thank you for making this video so I can react to it. And as always, guys, make sure you hit the like button, you hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, what should I be doing next. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.